Hi, I'm a girl who loves Supergirl, and I'm here to give you the Easter eggs and a review of Supergirl Episode 8, Hostile Takeover. Hello, I am Ashley Victoria Robinson, your girl on Supergirl. I'm sorry that this video is coming out a little bit late. I have had a really bad cold, which is why I might sound funny, so today I am your girl on Supergirl with a cold, talking about Supergirl Episode 8, Hostile Takeover. As always, let's start with the greatest things about Supergirl. Let us start with the good. The first good thing, it's been a good thing before, it's a good thing this time, Cat Grant. Cat Grant killed it, even as the dramatic tension in this episode. She called Winn a hobbit, she handled her emotions really well. Calista Flockhart's beautiful, Cat Grant is beautiful, always one of the best things about this show. Equally one of the best things about this show is Melissa Benoist as Supergirl. She has a scene in Hostile Takeover where she is very emotional. She yells at the projection of Allura, her mother. She shoots her eye beams through it. She's so mad, and it's really nice to see Kara go from this calm exterior, especially that she exudes in her Kara Danvers life, to this extreme, to understand where the stakes are for her, to understand why Krypton is so important for her, and to really build the emotional journey of this character through the season. Melissa Benoist, on point in that scene, best dramatic scene of the episode, easily. The third great thing ties back to the great thing from last week. Martian Manhunter, David Harewood. Now that David Harewood has something more complex to play than I'm Hank Henshaw and I hate aliens, he is really coming into his own. He's giving a dynamic performance. He steals every scene he's in, and we had a joke about Martian telepathy. Can't wait to see more from him. Can't wait to see more about the Martian Manhunter. Great stuff this episode. Lots of good that we got. Let's take a moment and look at the Easter eggs in Supergirl Episode 8, Hostile Takeover. We had Astra dropping the name Rao. Who is Rao? Well, Rao is the primary Kryptonian deity from the planet Krypton, where Kara and Superman are from. It is also the name of their red sun, so you kind of have the double thing about the energy coming from the sun, giving you life, being your god, kind of similar to what the Mayans did in our society, so a really nice name drop of Rao. Second, Dirk Armstrong is Kat's nemesis in this episode. Dirk Armstrong is a Superman character from the comics. He's a conservative columnist at the Daily Planet, so it's just nice to see that name dropped here, nice to see that character as the villain. And third, really cool Easter egg, Adam Foster, son of Cat Grant, lives in Opal City. For those who don't know, Opal City is where Starman is from. Starman is one of the greatest comic books that DC has out. James Robinson, you want to go check it out. It is really cool that we saw this name dropped, and hopefully we'll get to visit Opal City in Supergirl. In the interest of fairness, now we have to talk about the bad in Supergirl Episode 8, Hostile Takeover. The first thing, the fights weren't really good this episode. The series has been oscillating back and forth between really great fights like we saw in the first scene of this episode and really crummy fights like we saw between Kara and Astra, which also leads into the second not so good thing about this episode. Astra wanted to get caught. This is a trope that's been popularized by Sherlock, The Avengers, and Skyfall. And frankly, it's a crummy trope. It doesn't do anything for the characters, and it doesn't do anything for the villain. It makes everyone look silly, and it wasn't great used here. Not terribly happy about all that. The third not so great thing about Hostile Takeover was this is the second episode in a row we have ended on a cliffhanger with two Kryptonians fighting and mysteriously showing up and flying up into the sky. And we saw it once. It wasn't great in the previous episode, and it wasn't great in this episode. I don't think this earned the cliffhanger that a mid-season finale deserved, which is really unfortunate because there was some good stuff going on. We have reached the part of the show where I give you my crazy fan theory about what is going to happen in upcoming episodes of Supergirl. I think since, spoiler, at the end of this episode we saw Kat discovering that Kara Danvers and Kara Zor-El and Supergirl are all the same people, that we are going to have Kat, before the end of this season, take up the mantle of Superwoman, and she is going to reverse the roles, having to learn how to be a superhero from Supergirl. For those of you who don't know, Lucy Lane is Superwoman in the comics, but I just think it'd be way cool if it was Cat Grant. Cat Grant's Superwoman, calling it right now, my crazy theory of the week. Let's take this right into the rating. I am going to rate Supergirl Episode 8, Hostile Takeover, the mid-season finale of Season 1 of Supergirl, 3 Kryptonian crystals. 3 on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. It's a pretty solid episode. We have a couple good scenes and really nice moments that I talked about before, but I would say that there's an equal amount of stumbles. But I think that we get past the stumbles for some of the growth that we see. It's not my favorite episode. I actually think the last 2 were a lot better. I don't think it's the strongest episode we could have had as a mid-season finale, but I think there's enough good there that it's definitely worth taking the time to watch. So that is a total of 3 Kryptonian crystals out of a possible 5 for Hostile Takeover. Don't forget to subscribe to Jawiin. If you subscribe here, then you will get a notification about Girl on Supergirl every week, so you will never forget. So go to the comment section below and tell us what you think of my crazy theory. Tell me what you think about my rating. Tell me what you think about everything that has to do with Supergirl Episode 8 Hostile Takeover. I want to know. You want to know. I really, really appreciate you guys watching and all of your interacting with me. And if you want to keep Girl on Supergirl alive, if you want to keep our Kryptonian crystals turned on, go to patreon.com/Jawiin, Jawiin, and donate. Everything that you donate helps. It helps keep Girl on Supergirl alive. It helps keep Geek History Lesson alive, which this week you can go and check out. We did the history of the Jedi in time for The Force Awakens. It helps keep the Red Shirt Diaries alive, the web series that I do with Jason Inman, my Geek History Lesson co-host. It helps keep everything alive that we are working on here. It helps us bring more Supergirl content to you, more awesome content to you, and helps us connect to you. We're doing this all for you. You get that? I super love you so much. I have been Ashley Robinson, and be safe. Make good choices. Martian freaking Manhunter, guys! Oh my god, Hank Henshaw, David Harewood, so cool. He looked great. He gave an amazing performance. He made me cry.